Originally, I wasn't going to make this video because it reveals what I secretly do to other speakers' businesses. This is how I tend to reverse engineer just another person's business. So I'll reveal a little bit of what I do and how you can do this.
How'd you do that?
I see that success is not something you pursue, it is something you are.
All right, now this is just a very simple thing that I would do to kind of get more information about other people's businesses. And it's not just speakers, it's really any business that I want to get more information on. This is one of the things that I do. The first thing I do is I look up the employment opportunities. So I look to see where they're hiring, and I look to see, so let's say it's speaker John Doe. And I'll type in John Doe employment opportunity. And I'll look to see, okay, what does he post when he's trying to hire somebody? Because what he'll do, what this speaker or anyone to do, is they'll say, oh, we need a videographer guy, and here's what to expect. And so I think, okay, he needs a videographer guy, so how do they put this into their business? Now that's pretty obvious in terms of the videographer guy, but I'll look to see what employment opportunities they're posting. That way it kind of gives me an idea of how to reverse engineer their entire business model and the roles that they have in their business. Now I'll look on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place to look for all these opportunities. In fact, if you type in Tony Robbins employment opportunities, you'll see on LinkedIn, you'll see on his website, and you'll see what I'm talking about, where he lists different roles in the business. And by doing this, you can kind of get an idea of how he runs his business. So I'll look at their website, I'll look at their LinkedIn, and I'll read the ads. Like, what do they actually want this person to do? And sometimes I'll get a really good idea from them to where I'll see something like, they'll say, oh, send in a 60-second video instead of your resume. And I'm like, wow, that's actually great, because if you need someone who's doing video footage, let's say any part of their job requires video footage, then you want them to send you a video. So these are ideas that you can actually get. Another way that I'll look to reverse engineer is I'll go to Glassdoor.com. Glassdoor is a website where you can, if you're trying to get a job, you can actually look for Microsoft and see what people are saying about Microsoft. See what the people who are working there are saying about it. And they'll reveal a lot about the business, but also understand that sometimes there's disgruntled employees, so sometimes they'll get fired and be like, oh, Microsoft, I hate them, and oh, they're the worst place in the world. So beware of that, but look at the reviews for a person's business on Glassdoor.com. And then another thing that I'll do is I'll actually buy their product and I'll go through their funnel. So I'll see how is it set up. I'll look at their ad, and I'll just take a screenshot of the ad, and a lot of times I'll just record the entire process of what I'm going through. I'll either pull out my phone or do a screen capture, but I'll record the entire process. Okay, I saw a Facebook ad. Let me click on that. Okay, it goes to this. Okay, let me enter my name and email. Okay, then it goes to this. Okay, let me buy this product. Oh, now it has this. Now it has this. And I'll record myself with the whole process. And you reverse engineer what they're doing. It's really important that if you're going to do this, you understand that sometimes just because what they're doing works doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Another method that I'll do is I'll just attend someone's event, and then I'll kind of see what people are doing at the event, and I'll look to see how do they get people to the event and what do they do once I'm there. So, for example, there was this seminar company where they were coming out here, and I decided, like, okay, let me sign up. Let me see how they do everything. Well, a few weeks before the event, I got a call. I didn't answer, but I got a call from them, and they said, hey, we're just checking to see if you're coming out to the event and just to get your information, blah, blah, blah. So they called a few weeks before the event. Then they called like right before the event, like a couple days before the event. I thought, like, man, this is actually really good, because people are going to forget that they signed up, especially if it's like 4 or 6 weeks out or whatever. So they're calling to remind me. Now, once I attend the event, I pay attention to how everything is set up. So I'll pay attention to, okay, they got the registration like this, they have name badges, and I'll pay attention to all of it. And I'll go into the room and I'll say, okay, they got the back of the room. Okay, it took them 60 minutes to tell everybody to go buy the product. Okay, now they're using iPads to sell instead of sheets. Or I'll just look at things like that. And then at the end, which the seminar company did this, I thought this was just freaking brilliant. At the end, once again, they followed up. And these are just ideas on how you can reverse engineer someone's business. You basically reverse engineer someone's business by going into their business. That's how you really do it. You get all these ideas that you can use for your own business. Businesses are built on systems. And if you can see the system, then you can reverse engineer a business. The hard part is to be able to see the system. And what I'll do is when I'm looking at a speaker's business, I'll look to see what do they promote the most. So I'm looking to see where does their money come from. Does it come from events, like them putting on their own events? Does it come from them selling a lot of products and they're selling products online? Are they trying to get keynote gigs? The paid keynote gigs are the hardest to reverse engineer because they don't really talk much about it. So you can't really see someone doing the behind the scenes work. All you really see is the end result. Like, hey, I'm on stage for this company. That's all you really see with the paid keynotes. But with products, like where I'm selling a product from the stage or I'm putting on my own event, those are easier businesses to reverse engineer because you simply look to see what does this person promote the most. That's where his money's coming from. And that's how you're going to get an idea of how to reverse engineer what he's doing. And I'll really look at everything, like all their marketing materials. So I'll go to their website and I'll look at their website and see, are they promoting an event, meaning they're trying to put on their own seminar, or if they're a paid keynote speaker, then they're more promoting the experience and they're more talking about the experience of their presentation. So they're promoting the presentation itself. Or if I go to the website and they got books and products and all this stuff on there, now I know that, okay, one, they're probably a seminar speaker, but two, that's how they make their money. They're more of an internet marketer rather than, oh, I'm a speaker. They're more of an internet marketer when they have all these products. And a lot of times a bad website could mean one or two things. Either one, they're just not building any kind of business, or two, they actually speak a lot on other people's stages. I've seen a lot of guys who speak on other people's stages and they're selling products at events. And their websites suck. I mean, it's like freaking dinosaur age website. But they're making a lot of money, they're 8 figures, because they don't need a great website. They simply need to talk to this person, this promoter, and say, hey, bring me on your stage because I can sell a lot from the stage. So when someone has a bad website, either one, they really don't have a business and they're not getting on stages at all, or they're getting on a lot of stages because they're getting on so many where they don't need to update their website. They're making money just by going to other people's events. So these are little things that you want to pay attention to. The ultimate way to reverse engineer another speaker's business is to get a job with them. Like Tony Robbins had a job with Jim Rohn. And by doing that, he was able to see everything about the business and how to build it, how to run it, everything about the business. And it's really hard to reverse engineer someone's business when you're not in it because you don't see everything. No matter how much research you do, you don't see everything. But when you're in it, when you have a job with them, now you start to see little things. You're like, oh, okay, so that's how he does this. Oh, okay, that's how he does that. That's how he, and you see little things that you would never ever see if you weren't in the business. And the last thing that I tend to pay attention to is I look to see the trajectory of someone's career, of someone's full career. And what I mean by this is if you look at like NBA stars or celebrities in general, movie stars, what you'll see, let's take NBA for example. What you'll see is in their 20s, they're in the NBA, they're doing their thing, but at a certain point, they got to retire. And after they retire, what do they do next? And if I'm an NBA star, that's what I'm paying attention to. Like, okay, I mean, after a certain point, once I'm 30 years old, I gotta retire. That's when most of these guys retire. But what I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do after that? Am I gonna do business or what? If I'm a movie star, I think, okay, at a certain point, your high is up here. You're making all this money, but at a certain point, oh, now these other new stars start coming in, and oh, okay, your career starts to kind of decline a little bit. So I look at other speakers, other entertainers, other actors, whoever. I look at everyone. I look at their trajectory, and I say, okay, they reached a peak, and what happened after that? So you want to pay close attention to the trajectory of someone's business and see where the whole thing goes, because you can now adjust what you're doing and you can be prepared. I mean, if you're an NBA star, you know that at a certain point, at 30 years old, most people retire. If you know this, then you are prepared for it, and now you know what to do. You know how to set yourself up, so when that time comes, you're ready, you're good to go, and you're like, bam, on to the next one. So that's how I tend to reverse engineer someone's business. And the reason why you want to do this, obviously, is so you can know what to do in your business. Or you can just invest in a freaking Speak Pro Academy like I've been telling you, and I'll just tell you what to do and how to grow your business. But if you want to reverse engineer someone's business, just pay close attention to the little details. That's how it really works.